Welcome back, friends, to another The City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnium video. Lids87 here, and today I wanted to recap Square Enix's live stream they did earlier today in regards to the end of the month of August and September events that we will be getting. So if you guys did miss out said event, or if you guys did listen to it and you want a quick recap, or potentially like my own personal opinions on said upcoming events, well, you guys came to the right place. All right, friends, so let's get into it. So the very first thing we will be getting August 28th will be a quality of life change, auto enhance for the artifacts, which is a beautiful, beautiful weapon. A beautiful change. It will be a beautiful change. So the way it is, there'll be an auto button now. You click on it, it will prioritize whatever artifact you're using, but in this case, it's mostly going to be dojas, right? Nobody's really combining artifacts anymore. Everybody's combining a doja, so it will do. You pick it in the doja, you hit the auto button, it will pick the limit breaks, so the similar duplicate dojas, and the rest of the fodder will be essentially 4-star artifacts in priority. If there are no more 4-star artifacts, it will start using a doja, so do be careful with that. Now, this will be really useful if you guys are really farming quickly. You guys run out of space or don't have enough inventory space. You're farming. You're halfway through your tome. You get the error. Hey, you're out of space. Go quickly auto these things, and then go back to farming. So it's a beautiful, faster feature. You no longer have to sit there press all these buttons. So next thing up is late September. They're giving us a hint of this. So late September, I'm guessing near the end of September. That's what late September means. We will be getting a revamp to the World of Illusion stages. So you know how currently right now we get events, we get lost chapters, we get World of Illusion stage with said synergy characters on there. You farm those stages to get said synergy characters, dojas, and it's the drops are random between the 3 characters for that stage. Those are going to be gone. Now it's just going to be one World of Illusion stage that you farm, and they will drop these new artifact Nadoja tokens, what you see down below or over there. Over there, the silver ones, you can trade those in a new artifact shop. So you trade in the silver ones and you will get a 4-star artifacts. You trade in the gold ones for dojas. This is a beautiful change, guys. JP just got this in the beginning of this month. JP just got this, so it's a blessing that we are getting this way early. This definitely says a lot about Square, but this is huge because no longer do you have to worry. Let's say you miss someone's event, right? And you like, crap, I missed out on said person's dojas. Now I have to wait until their synergy. No, you can just go into this World of Illusion stage, farm up these tokens, and you can choose what dojas you want to snag. It also takes away the randomness from these synergy World of Illusion stages that we do have, because even though it's 3 characters, there's still a chance that it could be one of the other 2 besides your current characters. What is it, like a 33.333 infinite % chance that it could be your character? But this takes that away. You get to choose. It's a beautiful welcome to the game. Thank you for bringing this so much earlier. I mean, it's still RNG when you're merging artifacts, but it's beautiful. Next slide. So from August 29th, we are finally getting the batch 1 of the level 70s awakenings. So on the first batch will be Saz, Laguna, Ida, Warrior Light, Shantoto, and Cater. Now for this first batch, the top picks are going to be Laguna, Warrior Light, and Shantoto. But if you guys are fans of the other 3, hey, by all means, I personally will probably max out Saz just because Lord and Savior, he needs some love, right? He saved us during 35 CP era. But anywho, so Laguna will be getting a rework, and he will be getting a new EX weapon. He does pretty well. He does okay. He's a debuffing unit. His first skill now has an HP attack to it. He will be doing more damage towards units that are debuffed, so it's pretty neat. Now the fact that he has an EX weapon, his EX ability, he'll be dishing out more damage. Shantoto will be getting a rework also with a rerun of her EX weapon. She essentially gets a new mechanic or new stat indicator that will appear over her head that it ties into her rage state. It will be a rage indicator. So how it works is essentially it's part of her crystal level 60 effect. When you have her crystal level 60, she will automatically start off with this rage indicator. It goes up to the max stacks. It has 5. Every time you use an ability or a turn goes by, it goes down by 1. So what this rage does, it essentially turns her abilities into their enraged form. So she will be dishing out more damage. You can recharge this rage stat by using her brave attack plus that does tie in when she is enraged, or if she does receive HP damage, she receives any type of damage, it will charge up her rage indicator. Now she will be a good magic DPS. If you have that Shantota sitting down, you have her EX from before, get her off the bench. She will be a good magic DPS unit. Warrior Light will be getting a rework, and also his EX weapon will be rerunning. He will be an amazing top tier support with his rework. So essentially his Shining Shield will target the entire party, just higher potency, amazing source of Brave. His Throw Buckler will dish out more damage. Taunt, same old thing. He still gets his shield, and he will be viable without his EX weapon. I mean, if you guys got it, awesome, amazing. Just later down the line, he is amongst the first units, or in the first month of units that do get evolved EX weapons. So you guys are set essentially. But Warrior Light is definitely an amazing pickup. So if you guys are new to the game, I highly recommend you snag him. Even if you're not, grab his 35 CP, 1535 CP, max him out, because he will be viable without his EX weapon. But later down the line, once he gets his EX plus, there's another chance to snag it, and this guy will be top tier support for a very, very long time. Now, I did do a collaboration video with It's Omar and 40 the Broadway Saying, so I will leave that link down below in the description, where we go over the awakenings for this first batch. It will be over on 40 the Broadway Saying's channel. So again, that will be down below in the description if you guys would like to see that. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. So tied in with this, we are also getting the new high crystals, the new next tier up in shards. So what high crystals do, they will essentially let your units go from crystal level 60 to 70. No longer is there a crystal level and character level cap of 60. Now you can go all the way up to 70. So the main important things to take away from this is at crystal level 65, now your characters can essentially get a new ability. They will get a new ability with a base use of 1. Now I mentioned that because that ties into this in a second. Now, I did make I'll mention this now. I did make a full guide on my channel, so I will leave the description down below where I do go over all of this. I do explain this a lot more in detail. So here for the quick recap, what you want to snag is the crystal level 65 for the extra ability, the crystal level 68 as they do get a new passive that it's either a personal passive that buffs their own stats or the party buffs. Crystal level 70 buffs the crystal level 65 ability. It's not necessary, it's not a requirement. You could potentially skip out on the crystal level 70 to save some high crystals to use on different characters, but that is completely up to you guys. So again, check out the video. I definitely get into all of this in more finer detail. Now, tied in with this, with the crystal 65, we will be getting a new item called Bloomstone. Along with the Bloomstone, we do get Bloom tokens and Bloom fragments. Bloomstones, what they do, once you max them out, they essentially buff up your character's crystal 65 ability. So the way it works is you can collect Bloom tokens, Bloom fragments from player mission rewards, heretic co-ops, and eventually from the Chocobo panels. You collect your token, you go to a new Bloomstone shop, you buy the one Bloomstone. It will be one Bloomstone per character, so once you buy it, that's it. And there will be a new menu that you can go to in the enhancements tab. You select the Bloomstone, you use Bloom fragments to limit break it, 20 fragments per limit break, so 60 total to max it out. Once that 3 limit breaks, you max it out, you will then get a passive worth 20 CP that said character can equip from their passives menu that will again boost their crystal level 65 passive. Now, a lot of these Bloomstone passives do give a character an extra use of their C65. Not all of them. So for example, Squall, he doesn't get an additional use. It just enhances whatever effects his 65 gives him. But a lot of these Bloomstone passives, again, they are useful. If you are planning on getting a character to crystal level 70, I would definitely recommend then you guys max out that character's Bloomstone passive, because if you guys already are committed to getting these using these high crystals for that character, might as well go for the Bloomstone passive just to make their crystal 65 ability stronger. So just like with 60's Awakening and the high shards with crystal level 70 awakens and high crystals, the high crystals will be a little bit more scarce. So definitely try to plan out your awakenings. So along with this Crystal level 70s, we will be getting a new raid, a new co-op event called the Atlas Raid. So what it is, you and 2 other co-op partners, you take on Atlas, you defeat them, you gather points after defeating them for a community mission rewards where we will get high crystals, high shards, gems, and more. And there will also be a Cosmos level difficulty for this. So please, guys, please bring some good units. Bring some decent units. Please don't bring your lower level units who have absolutely no limit breaks, because the Atlas boss will be the beefier and there will probably be a higher chance that potentially the host will leave if said units aren't really maxed out. I mean, if you see a warrior light and your unit is pretty decent, okay, you guys might do okay, but again, just try to make this easier for everybody. Again, the boss will be beefier, so bring your strong units. Now, also with this, you will be able to clear personal missions to collect bloom tokens and fragments to level up those bloom stones. Now, on August 29th to September 5th, the triple effect support items will be on sale, so go ahead and snag those if you're running out or if you're low. Tome of Treasures, because now with the Crystal level 70s, we're going to need a lot more shards to get characters from level 1 all the way up to 70, so those will definitely help. Tome of Fortunes, I guess, if you're broke on gills, sure. Tome of Trainings, because, again, we do have the ultimate trial, so that'll just speed up that process. Now, we will also be getting a limited time gem sale, so from August 29th to the 5th, September 5th to the 12th, 9th to 23rd, and 16th to the 23rd. So if you're a free to play player, this most likely doesn't involve you. I mean, if you buy gems, by all means, hey, by all means. And also on August 29th to the 12th, Warrior Lights costume will be returning in a costume gem bundle. So if you guys haven't gotten it yet and you guys want it, now's your chance. Now, on September 2nd, we will be getting Alisaie's Lost Chapter. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm not that very familiar with Alisaie when she came out on JP. Liz was very confused a year ago. Liz had no idea what the heck I was doing back then. So I'm really not familiar with her kit. I do know that her abilities do involve different elements: wind, earth, thunder, fire. She will be getting an EX weapon on here. She is pretty quick. I remember being paired up with her in Quash. Her damage did seem to be pretty decent. Now going forward, when I guess I start talking about characters, I'll probably mention if they are Cosmos or Chaos viable, because Chaos is on the horizon, and I know a lot of people are really curious and asking what characters are going to be Chaos viable. And Alisaie, I would have to say, again, if I'm wrong, let me know down below in the comments in a kind of way. Please don't curse at me, because again, Liz didn't know back in the day, but I would not say Alisaie is Chaos viable. Sure, it comes down to team compositions, but there will be stronger DPSs at that time. But again, let me know down below in the comments if you guys think otherwise. So again, Alisaie, Cosmos viable. So next to her, we will be getting Porom on September 5th to September 19th. New character, Porom, a white mage. Porom is really good. Porom is really good. For her, I would definitely want to say she is early Chaos viable because of her kit. Now, what Porom does is she has debuffs built into her kit. She has Confuse. She has other defense down debuffs. She buffs your party. She's got some good auras. But her main thing about her is the fact that she has HP damage reduction built into her kit. So what that means is when your team takes HP damage, she will reduce the amount of damage you take, which helps you survive that much longer in fights. It is tied into her second ability, and it is also tied into her EX weapon. She does get an EX weapon, and I would probably recommend her if you guys don't have a good support, because again, she will be helping your units survive longer, which will be extremely helpful in the start of Chaos, because essentially how Chaos works is you get broken, you die. It's rigged. The instant you get broken, usually a lot of the times the enemies will get a follow-up turn and they will HP attack. Porom could potentially help you survive those. So I personally will probably be going for Porom's EX weapon. If you guys are skipping her, hey, more power to you. That is A-okay. You don't need her. You can get by without her. But in my personal opinion, she will be a good pickup. Oh, and she also has healing in her kit. I don't know if I mentioned that. Next up, the next ARC chapter on September 9th. Arc 2 Chapter 4, For Someone's Sake. Now, even though Yuna is on there, Pain will be the featured unit on the banner that will be getting an EX weapon. So long story short, Pain is a really good debuffing DPS unit. She has a unique debuff that she implies on the enemy that it inflicts several types of debuffs: Imp Brave, Max Brave, attack, defense, and speed down. She's got unique buffs with her EX weapon, a unique buff called Wing Arts that raises all party members Imp Brave, Max Brave, attack, defense, and speed while lowering all enemies. So in my own personal opinion, Pain is a good pickup. Cosmos wise, again, Chaos, it'll come down to team compositions. There'll be stronger DPSs then, but she is really a good pickup. A year ago on JP, between Warrior Light with his rework, Pain, and someone else who we'll get to in a moment, they carried me through the Cosmos era, so I would definitely recommend Pain. And honestly, hey, she's essentially Goth Wafer number 2. Lulu is Goth Wafer number 1. So good pickup for Cosmos, hands down. Now, we will be getting a 101 characters campaign on September 9th. Yay, 101 characters. That's a lot of board farming. Holy crap. Anywho, so what this entails, what they will be giving us, they will be resetting the first meet co-op. So if you guys are newer to the game, you're not aware what that is. When you guys start the game, you guys meet new players. You guys get 200 gems when you meet or you fight with new players. And this can happen up to 20 times, up for a total of 4,000 gems. So thank you, Square, for resetting that. And also with that, we will be getting the double cycle quest rewards, so that's going to come back. Happy farming. And in the near future, there will be some type of Twitter campaign where we will be getting gems, high crystals, high shards potions. If I had to guess, potentially maybe like a retweet campaign. When they reach a certain amount of retweets, we get said items, but let's pay attention to the Twitter page to see what we will be getting, or in the in-game notices. Now, next Lost Chapter that we will be getting is Noctis. Noctis will be getting a Lost Chapter, a rework, and his outfit. I don't know if that's called like Royal Noctis, King Noctis, I'm not sure. Please let me know down below in the comments. I'm not familiar. And I can't say that for sure. Noctis, with his reworks, his Lost Chapter, he is a very, very strong DPS unit. He is up there with Vayne, alongside Vayne. Next to them, they could be on the same. They could be on the same damn team. They will carry you. This is the other unit that I mentioned I would get to, alongside Warrior Light and Pain, that carried me through the Cosmos era on JP. He is that strong. So the way, essentially, long story short, the way it works, he will be getting a new unique debuff. When he hits enemies with his unique debuff, with his plus versions of his abilities, he does the damage. Then he will do essentially a free Warp Strike. He will do free follow-up damage. Along with this, with his unique buff, his Armature stacks. When he's at 5 stacks of his unique buff, his HP Attack Plus will turn into HP Attack Plus Plus. So what happens then is if he hits an enemy with his unique debuff, he will then follow up with essentially what looks like a free Warp Strike. So Noctis will definitely last much, much longer in fights. I could see him potentially being early Chaos. Again, at that time, I did have Cloud, because Cloud will be amongst one of the first units that come out during Chaos. So if you guys did bring him in the early Chaos, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. But in my own eyes, you could definitely potentially bring him in the early Chaos. Again, it all comes down to team composition, but this guy will excel at Cosmos. I've seen videos of Noctis taking on his Lost Chapter, soloing the last stage of his Lost Chapter. So if you guys do that, hit me up. And next to him, we will be getting a new hidden character. Guys, that's Amy from Sonic the Hedgehog. If you guys don't know who Amy is, she is a pink hedgehog that has a crush on Sonic. She has a giant hammer. So she will be coming out September 16th, September 30th. Type 0 fans, please don't hurt me. That is actually Sync from Type 0s. Now, again, just like Alice say, I'm not very familiar with Sync, because Liz had no idea what the heck he was doing back in the day. She did just come out over on JP with her Evolved EX weapon rework. So what I can say from what I've seen is she hits really hard. She hits really hard. She does come out with an EX weapon. It is a slow EX weapon, but upon using her EX weapon, she'll do pretty good damage, and then initiate a chase sequence along with a delay to the target. So if you guys are a Type 0 fan, if you guys are a fan of Sync, pick her up. She will definitely be Cosmos viable. And next to her, the next Lost Chapter we will be getting is Selphie's Lost Chapter. So long story short, with Selphie, with her EX weapon, is that she makes other units' EX weapons charge up faster. Pair her up with Vayne, it's going to be beautiful. Why? Because Vayne, when he uses the EX ability, it will will recharge both of his abilities by 1 up to max value. So if Selfie can help him recharge his EX faster, he will get more uses of his abilities. Even if it's not baiting with other units, if a unit has a slower recharge, like for example in Baby Sync, she could definitely help her EX gauge fill up faster. So Selfie is definitely a nice pick. Usually supports definitely last longer in the meta than DPSs. DPS really come and go, especially if it's a good support. So I could also see Selfie being viable for early chaos as long as she is paired with really strong units. And last but not least is on September 19th, we will be getting the following. Batch 2 Crystal Level Awakening. So on here, we have 7 Ferris, Terra, Yuna, Zac, and Ramza. Now on here, Terra and Ramza will be getting reworks. Their EX weapons will be coming back. And Yuna will be getting an EX weapon. It's funny that they have her picture here, but she's not the featured character here. And this on September 9th. But she's getting her EX weapon here. It's her Awakening. Questionable, very questionable. But anywho, she will be getting an EX weapon, and honestly, it is probably most likely, it is probably most likely my favorite EX animation. So stay with me on this one. If you guys played Final Fantasy X, right? Final Fantasy X fans, you guys played it in the beginning when you meet Yuna with Tidus. You're in that Besaid temple, I believe it was the very first temple you guys walk out. She goes in the middle of the square. She throws up her hands in the air with her staff. She does whatever, and she summons out Balefort. Balefort is an Esper in the game. And it comes down, and she does like the whole, she pets it, whatever. It's also part of her summon animation. She essentially does the same exact thing. You use her EX ability, Balefort comes down, she pets it and everything. Balefort goes up, uses energy ray, flies away. But there will be an indicator above her head, kind of like how Shantota works. There's an indicator over her head, same concept with Yuna. She will get an indicator letting you know how many turns you will get Balefort for. And when Balefort is out, Balefort changes Yuna's Brave and HP attack to Sonic Wings and Energy Ray. So now Yuna can dish out her own damage as long as Balefort is out. Sure, you definitely have to charge up her EX ability in order to summon out Balefort for her to start doing damage, but from what I've experienced, I do have Yuna's EX weapon over on JP when it first came out. Her Cheer and Esuna, they do have fast turn rates, so you can essentially bring up Balefort faster. It does recharge at a decent speed, and once summoned out, you could pretty much have Balefort out for the rest of the fight, for the rest of the stage, as long as you occasionally throw in, a Cheer and Esuna here or there. So definitely a good pickup, one of my favorite animations in the game. Terra will be getting a rework. So long story short, she will be getting a new counter, kind of like everybody else, with stackable unique buff called Magicite. So once she's at max stats, her abilities just hit much harder. And Ramza, his shout and galvanize, all his yelling, will become stackable. So same thing. So shout will be like shout 1, 2, and 3. At 3, his HP attack will become HP attack plus plus plus. Once he uses HP attack plus plus plus, it doesn't increase turn count, which is pretty damn sweet. He will be dishing out some damage of his own. His galvanize, once it reaches 3 stacks, again, galvanize 1, 2, and 3. His brave attack will become like brave attack plus plus plus. I feel like at that point you could probably change the name already of their abilities, right? Yuna gets freaking Sonic Wings and Energy Ray, but Ramza's still stuck with HP attack plus plus plus. We're going to start seeing like HP attack plus 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 plus, so on and so forth. But I think at that point you guys can change the name. But anywho, that's just me complaining. But upon using that, just low action delays. Definitely a nice pickup. Cosmo's viable. I'm not sure about Chaos. I never got Ramza's EX weapon on JP until like recently. Again, same thing with Terra. So if you guys do know about that, let me know down below in the comments. It all just comes down to team composition. All right, friends. So that is it for the recap. That is the last slide. What is Lid's most excited about? What are my own personal plans? So for me personally, I will be throwing some tickets here. I would love to get Warrior Light's EX weapon. I would like to get Shantoto's EX weapon for later down the line. I try to plan for later down the line, and I know Shantoto, when she gets her evolved EX weapon, she becomes the Elemental Imperial Queen. So definitely want to pick her up. Warrior Light, I don't have his EX weapon. Would love it if I can snag it now. He does come back during Garland's event, so there's another chance to grab that. Also, I will be. This wasn't a part of the original plans, but I want to now go ham for Porum for her EX because that HP damage reduction, it's just so beautiful. She just got her EX plus not that long ago on JP, and I've seen videos of like enemies with like 30k brave, right? They do an HP attack, 2k HP damage. I was like, what? That's broken. That is so broken. Gosh damn it. And also, I think that might be it. I will be purchasing Noctis's costume. I'll probably do two multis because I do like to do two multis when I do get said person's costume. Sync and Selfie, probably most likely going to skip. And for here, I already have Ramza's EX weapon, so I am definitely looking forward towards his rework. Alright friends, that is it for this video. Please let me know down below in the comments what you guys think, who you guys are most excited for, whose rework are you looking forward to, and what are your guys' thoughts about the upcoming events. Alright friends, so until next time, happy farming and have a good one.